Hi, I'm Valerie Allman, and this is RunnerSpace Live.
Thank you very much, Valerie. Day 7 at the Wild Duck. What a day of action on the track. Welcome. Welcome all of you. Thanks for coming out. We're here every night at 8:45 live at the Wild Duck right down the street from Hayward. I'm Matt Barnhart alongside Oh, it's Ian.
It's me again.
Ian,
I'm back.
you're back. Cool. Where have you been all my life?
Well, I think
or the last 2 days.
Matt and I decided for our own sanity that we needed to each have a couple nights off from the desk, and actually got to take the night last night, took my family to the meet, and we actually just watched track and field, which is something new for me.
Wow. How was that?
It was great, yeah. Got to see the women's steeple final and some of the 400 hurdles prelims. Sydney McLaughlin crushed it there, and got to show the little kids what it's like at a big world championship meet.
Yeah, I know, pretty
Which
sweet.
honestly, I had never seen in person either.
Yeah, that's right. Neither had they. Perfect. Well, it's been a party. Oh, Robert, can we turn that down a little? It's really loud. Sorry, people out there of the world. Well, it's been a party here at the Wild Duck, and it keeps getting better and better. Last night we had newly minted bronze medalist Valerie Allman came down on this very stage and celebrated her medal with her adoring fans, shortly followed by top American high jump finisher Shelby McEwen. And then, the one, the only, Rye Benjamin, silver medalist in the 400-meter hurdles, came down and riled up the crowd. So let's take a look at that.
There's only one person you could have in the house. We've got Valerie Allman, fresh off of her bronze medal in the discus. What was it like in there?
It was absolutely incredible inside the stadium.
Yep.
To have a meet finally here at home and feel that support from fellow Americans was unparalleled. It was so special.
Is it kind of awkward when that girl's staring at you right there?
Oh!
make sure you buy her a drink. And we always end things off with a USA chant. So can we get it going? USA, 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 USA. Thank you very much. We got some world people up in here. Who do we got? Shelby, what's up? What's up? How you doing?
It's good, man. I'm feeling good. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Yeah, man. I'm feeling good. Great competition, man. I've been having fun all week. We're
Fifth in the world. Fifth in the world. Talk about it.
Finished fifth in the world. Fifth in the world. Hey, it's not what I wanted, but I'm satisfied. But we're not finished, so it's coming together. It's coming all together. So like, I got Monaco next. The season not over with. Love y'all. Everybody, I appreciate all the support. Hey, we gonna keep rising the bar. World record, American record, all that's coming down real soon. So hey.
This guy doesn't need any introduction right here. Right. We got Ryan Benjamin over here. What's up, brother? How you doing? Talk about today.
Man, today was, well, yesterday was amazing.
No, it's still 11. It's still 11.
I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I pulled that one out the hat. But at least I'm consistent.
That's what it's about.
Call me the silver bullet for one more year.
Silver bullet, baby.
I'll take 24 to beat me next year.
Hey! So,
Yeah.
It's
windy
a
tonight.
wild one. It's windy, yeah, which is dangerous for those. So that was a wild night at the Wild Duck, and we've got another wild one brewing here. People are just getting ready, filtering in from the meet over here. So before we have on our very special guest, and like every night, we're going to give away some VIP finish line tickets. That's right. We're going to have a competition for that later. But first, we've got some swag and some beer tokens to give away right here. Some lovely World Championship beer glasses and something to fill them with right there. So let's go ahead and back by popular demand, or I don't know if it's really was popular, but we're bringing it back anyway. It's the Guess the Athlete game. Let's bring up our first contestant, shall we?
We spent time with a focus group and found that Guess the Athlete game was the one that people responded to the best.
Yeah, that was the best title. So go ahead and pick up that mic right there. There you go. Hey, recognize this person. Go ahead and tell the lovely folks your name and where you're from.
My name's Stephanie Ross, and I'm from the Portland, Oregon area.
Ah, you have traveled very far.
I actually drove here. I'm going to drive back tonight.
Oh, nice. That's a big commitment with gas costs these days.
Got the doggies at home, so.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, great. Well, thanks for coming on up. Are you excited?
Oh, yeah.
At the prospect? Okay, so this is how this game goes. We're going to put a picture of an athlete, and you're going to hold it up to your forehead, and only the audience here is going to be able to see who it is, and we're going to give you clues. For each clue, you get a guess.
Which actually
if you
reminds
guess
me,
the athlete,
we need to cover that
that
monitor.
So let's start with our first athlete here. So
Hold on, don't reveal till we get that monitor covered.
okay.
Can we cover that one?
Oh, I don't think she can see it. Do you think she can see it?
For sure.
Probably not.
For sure. Thanks.
All right, we're covering it with a bucket hat. All right,
so I'm holding it
there you
to
go.
my-
So we're gonna do that, and you're gonna hold it up to your forehead,
Wait.
if you can in the wind.
Like
So then
this?
yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you some clues to
All right.
who it is. All right, clue number 1. This athlete was a gymnast in their youth and started track and field at the age of 12. They get more specific, so don't you worry, but you can have a shot.
Yeah.
I know it's a pole vaulter, probably.
Well,
Do I get more hints?
you do, but not yet.
Okay. I can't think of a name.
Okay, all right, second clue. This athlete is a huge Dragon Ball Z fan.
They're hard. Is it the same person?
Yes, it is the same person. All right.
I got nothing.
Last clue. This athlete famously gave a finger point while crossing the finish line to runner-up Arian Knighton as he passed him right before the finish line at the USATF Outdoor Championships this year. Hey!
Noah Lyles.
Ah!
Thanks.
Well, hey, you did it. Ian, give her some sparkles.
Yay. There we go. Watch your neck.
And face and body.
That wind. Oof.
All right. Well, you did it. Congratulations. It was Noah Lyles, newly minted American record holder there.
And you get to take home this
the
ASICS
picture.
mug
And
there's a couple of beer
ASICS mug.
tokens in there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Ian, does it feel pretty good being back in control of the sparkles?
I will say the first thing I did while you were taking notes inside and watching the meet when I got back is I moved the sparkler controls back over to my side.
Yeah, it does make you feel pretty good. All right, next contestant. Thank you very much, Stephanie. All right. All right, name and where you have traveled from. I'm guessing a
Dave
very
Ross
similar
from
place.
Portland, Oregon.
All right, welcome in.
All right, Dave and Stephanie. Okay, so now, let me get it. No peeking, no peeking. I hid these in my desk. Okay, let's make sure I got the right one. Okay, here you go, Ian.
All right.
You
Yeah,
can
I'll stepping on a cable. All right.
All right, the second athlete.
Whoa. There you go. All right. This athlete went to a Division II school, the same one as 400-meter hurdles bronze medalist Trevor Bassett.
So they went to Ashland, is that correct? Same
Yeah.
as Trevor Bassett?
Correct?
Yes. Wow.
I know, but I don't know. What's the next clue?
Okay. Okay, second clue. You get 2 more clues or you're walking away with nothing.
We'll give you some sparkles.
Yeah, we'll
Simon.
probably give you something. This athlete has now won an Olympic and World Championship gold medal.
Valerie Allman?
No. Okay, I got a last clue. I got a feeling this one's going to give it away. This athlete is a pole vaulter.
So it's Katie Nagat.
That's
That's
right.
correct.
You got
it.
Woo! Congratulations. Enjoy some beer. Enjoy this photo.
All right.
You could frame it if you want, or not. Okay, next
All right,
contestant.
nice job. Next contestant, welcome to the desk.
All right, name and where are you coming from? Is it Philadelphia?
Yeah, I'm Wesley Castelli. I'm from Philadelphia.
Wow, cool.
If you told me your last name was Ross and you came from Portland, Oregon, I think we had something
would
going
have
on.
kicked you
Yeah,
off this
no
thing.
relation to those guys.
It's a conspiracy. All right, last one. No
Right.
peeking at my notes. All right, so here, okay, here we go. All right,
Gotta
I
hold it
think
right.
you know the rules by now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Saw the other ones.
Yeah, cool. All right. This athlete's family has a reality show about them.
I have no idea from that.
All right. Number 2. This athlete became the youngest athlete in history to run the 1 mile distance in less than 4 minutes, and he did so right here at Hayward Field.
Is it Jakob Ingebrigtsen?
It is! Hey, you got it in 2! All right. Woo-hoo!
Congrats.
Thank you.
You did
Well,
it.
enjoy your ASICS pint glass and a couple of
you.
beer tokens.
Make sure to put this on your refrigerator.
Goes back to you guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that was a success, Ian. How do you feel
Yeah,
about
3 for 3, that's a success.
it? 3 for 3.
That's
Everyone's
like-
a winner.
An A.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, there's been plenty of running around the track at Hayward Field, and that's just the start of it as runners from all over the world are embarking upon Eugene and embarking upon some group runs here. And our very own Billy the Toad Saveco went to go check out some of that atmosphere, some of those group runs. Take a look.
Yeah, what's up? Billy Saveco here. We are at Freeze Trail, but what is it? It's one of the many, many group runs in Eugene, this whole entire World Championship stint. I've gone to a different one almost every single day. We got a big activation by OAC right here. It's incredible. Look, they got a double-decker bus. Who's coming? We saw Cooper Tier here. Group runs are amazing. Kerrig Alcher on the trails. This place is crazy. There's a group run every day, and we're going to talk a little about how awesome that environment is. All right, here we are. What's your name?
Melvin?
Melvin, and Melvin was born in Denmark, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. And where are we at right now?
We are in Eugene, Oregon for the World Championships.
There's this one guy named Jakob Ingebrigtsen, and you know, he has a bunch of age group records, but what happened? What did you do with one of those?
I beat a European 1500 indoor for a 10-year-old.
He beat Jakob Ingebrigtsen's record at that. And if you see the list, it's got Ingebrigtsen, and then my man Melvin up there for the 10-year-old one. He just ran past his brother on the trail today. How cool is it to do this and be at the World Championships with your family?
It's really, really cool because like I'm seeing all like the famous runners and like my idols and all that.
You think you'll be them one day?
That's the plan.
That's the plan. First and last name, and where are you from?
I'm Stephanie Novellini, and I'm from Westlake, Ohio in Cleveland.
Ooh, Ohio, baby.
The group runs are just amazing. I love the atmosphere. Everyone is so friendly and nice.
I think I've seen her at like 3 or 4 different runs now. What are some different places you've run throughout Eugene?
Yeah, so today we did Freeze Trail, which is this. Yesterday I went to Freeze Rock, the Amazon Trail, South Eugene, like right around the track. Like, everywhere you go, you see an athlete. You see someone says hi to you. You're like, oh my God, this is just amazing. Please follow any memes on Instagram.
Who do we got here? Joe Hale. Joe Hale, the one and only. He's known as the best photo guy out there. Always strapped. You know, you're doing a different side of things here. Talk about how cool it is. All the group runs, you're part of almost half of them. Yeah. Talk about how cool that is for a track community.
It's fun. I mean, it's all about bringing people together, building that community. We're doing it with all different brands this week, all different types of people. We got pro athletes at some, we have just hobby drivers at others. It's good to bring all people together.
So who do we got here?
Meredith Florida.
Where are you from?
Berkeley.
Berkeley? All right. How cool is it? Talk about all the different group runs you can do and how neat that you can show up somewhere different every day and meet new people.
Anytime, anywhere. Run out here. My friend Lauren was at the Sidious Mag one at like 8 this morning. I had to sleep in a little bit. So, but yeah, you can sleep in, you can do one run, you can do a short two. There's like constant runs, I think.
Anything else you gotta say about the group runs in Eugene?
You know, try to be in the front so you don't get super dusty on Freeze Trail. That would be my advice.
Thank you. First and last name, where are you from?
My name is Jacob Brookman, grew up in Seattle, and now I'm living in Colorado.
Alrighty, where are we at right now?
Yeah, we're at Freeze Trails, just finished up a group run with On. Having a good day so far.
Talk about how cool it is that, like, you know, if you come out here by yourself, you might not have anyone to run with. But if you look at social media, you can almost go on a group run every day.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's just the community. I mean, you know, running is an individual sport in a lot of ways, and I think there's a lot of camaraderie in that. Like, we're all here for each other, and it's really easy to, you know, go on a run. You can start by yourself, and you'll eventually run into people you know, or run into people that you could run with, and it's pretty special.
So that's it for this group run, but there are so many group runs every single day, the rest of the week. Make sure you get your butt out there and go on a run. You don't want to miss all this action. Speaking of great action, we're going to send it back to the Wild Ducks. We're just going to finish up.
Wow, yeah. What a fun atmosphere out there.
Yeah.
I will say, living in Eugene and going on runs, I've seen so many people out and about. Like, it's like 20 times the amount of runners you'd normally see. And, man, also that kid breaking Ingebrigtsen's age group record.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, and those younger kids' age group world records are not for nothing. You know, I went to the Reno Pole Vault Summit years ago, and I remember filming a little kid break the 8-year-old world record at that time, and that little 8-year-old ended up being Mondo Duplantis, who is now the world record holder.
Yeah, yeah.
And so yeah, he was the world record holder for 8-year-olds, and now for
So
8
keep
to
an eye
80.
out for that kid. He could be going places.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, coming up next, we have a very special guest, 1,500-meter expert, Olympic silver medalist, Leo the Lion. He's coming up right after this break. Stay tuned. Ooh, $1.
Ah, good.
Oh, hey, jerk, give me that. I'm saving up for RunnerSpace Plus subscription. This baby put me over the top.
I wouldn't pay for that. I don't like to support stuff. Woo, stinky.
Dude, do you always throw away your socks? That's your Plus subscription right there.
Seriously?
With a Plus subscription, you'll gain access to all our live webcasts and the largest archive of running videos anywhere on the planet. Or you could just be like him.
He steps into the ring for his final attempt. He'll need a big throw to regain the lead. It's looking good. Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app.
Sorry, it all happened so fast.
Welcome back in.
Welcome, and welcome in Leo Manzano.
Wow, what an honor. Leo, thanks for joining us,
I
man.
think my hair got burned.
Well, hey, this is probably the coldest night of the trial so far, so those little burns feel kind of nice, don't they?
Yeah.
Nice and warm.
Nice
yeah.
and toasty. We were thinking about just leaving them on for a heat source.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah. How are you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great.
Yeah?
Man, especially being back in Eugene. This is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you are no stranger to this place. I have watched you. I don't even know how many national championships you've won. How many have you won? 5?
So
yeah,
actually no,
10?
you're right. It was 5.
Yeah.
So 4 solo and 1 with the team, which is just incredible.
Yeah.
Definitely Eugene. Since when I first started racing in college, we used to come up here. My freshman year, we ran up here.
Right.
I just remember one of my first races just being, in the evening at Hayward Stadium, and just incredible.
Yeah. And Leo, for those who don't know, has a personal best in the 1500, a 3:30.98, and in the mile, 3:50.6. Two-time Olympian, Olympic silver medalist. So, pretty awesome. And
I've been around the block just a time or two.
yeah. And we've also had a lot of fun with you over the years. Ian and I used to do a trail running series, Top Trails, with Hoka, and we got to film with you in Austin, and that's the first time I'd actually spent some time with you, and it was really fun getting to see your life there, the trails you run, all that. And you're still in Texas. I know you're maybe just a little bit outside of Austin, but talk a little bit about the running scene there as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I'm about 3 or 4 years. So I retired right about 2018. Could be a little longer now. And but the Austin has just been incredible. They have a 10-mile loop. So if you're ever in Austin, definitely go for a run, and then you can go down to the 6th Street area and stop by for a cold Coke.
Yeah, a soda.
A soda pop. Everybody calls it differently.
We've been giving out soda pop tokens all night.
If you're there during the summer, which right now it's about 106, there's a great place called Barton Springs where you could take a nice little dive in there. It's like a pool.
Right.
So that's really nice. So definitely, if you go out there, just enjoy it.
Right.
Super athletic scene, people running, people paddleboarding all the time. So.
Yeah, and you ran for the University of Texas. You were 5-time NCAA champ champ there.
Big-time Longhorn.
Yeah, and then hook 'em horns. Is that your thing?
Oh, you got it wrong.
What, did I? I don't know.
I think that's the
I'm a duck, man.
It's all good. It's all good.
And you of course have made the trip here many a times. What's it like for these athletes in there? You've been to these championship meets. What's it like for them? What's going through their heads?
I think the number one word that comes to my mind is it's intense.
Yeah.
A lot of athletes dream about this. They dream about the World Championships. They dream about the Olympics. but definitely the grind and behind the scenes. I mean, we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg here. And just kind of thinking about the hours of long work, you know, the gym sessions, all the scrapes and bruises that probably happen along the way. But definitely, you know, as we know, a lot of this stuff can't happen without great support from sponsors and people and parents. I mean, definitely mom and dads are always a huge support system for a lot of these athletes. But when you're here, sometimes, especially in the training area or in the warm-up area, you're kind of solo. You're kind of in your head and you're kind of prepping. And there's different things that athletes kind of have to go through to prep, whether, you know, mantras or a lot of visualization. And so, and then once you get onto the track, you know, it's pretty much you against everybody else.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's funny that you talk about the importance of parent support. One of the unique things that we saw here in your event was that 1500, the in-stadium announcer is the gold medalist's father. Jake Whiteman's father was the in-stadium announcer. So
I briefly saw that when he was announcing, and it was like his jaw just dropped and he didn't know what to say, and that moment was just priceless.
Right.
So I definitely appreciate that, as well as that just the way that Whiteman performed his race, just incredible, held back, and he played it really smart, you know, and in the day, and he just had that last little push, and then 3:29, if I'm correct, is what he ran. Is that right? Or
I don't have that stat in my brain.
I think that's what he ran. Don't super quote me on that.
Yeah. Was that surprising for you to see Jakob go down? And
you know, it's
3:29.
I'm gonna say. I mean, he's definitely a contender. I mean, you can never. But once you step out onto the track at a World Championship final or an Olympic final, you never know what's gonna happen, right? I mean, there are things that happen. There's definitely some track. I call it the track magic. There's definitely some track magic that happens, and when these guys are competing, I mean, I've seen guys that, you know, probably weren't even ranked, and then the next thing you know, they're finishing top 3. So it's like never count anybody out. Of course, you're gonna have your favorites. But just sometimes, you know, you're gonna have that one guy.
Right.
I guess one of the things that comes to mind is Billy Mills. I mean, just incredible. Like he wasn't even ranked, and him winning the 10K gold back in 19. Don't quote me on this.
1964.
Yeah, it was in Tokyo.
You guys got me on that
one. Okay.
So, all right. Well, enough of that. But yeah, I mean, the 1500 is always like, that's why it's so fun. It's so tactical. It's kind of unpredictable. Anything can happen.
We got the McFarland guys here.
We've got out there watching the show some McFarland USA guys.
USA.
Yeah.
Tomas Valles.
Everybody's here.
Tomas Valles. You got to come back here and just say what's up, man.
Well, running around to this side of the camera is Tomas Valles. If anyone's seen the movie McFarland USA starring Kevin Costner, you know, it's about a group of California runners from McFarland, and one of the guys right here off camera is Tomas Valles.
Shake this guy's hand really quick. There we go. We got him, Tomas Valles.
Oh, he's coming up here.
Yeah. All right. How are you?
Good to see you, man. Hey, thanks.
So,
cheers.
There he is. We got to say that the McFarland USA track or cross country meet is going to be held sometime beginning of September, first week of September.
Yeah.
So we got to keep our eyes for that one as well.
Be there or be square.
There he is.
You got to say that if you're not here in Eugene, Oregon at the World Championships. How has this atmosphere been for you? You've been here a bunch for national championships, but the Worlds have never been here. Do you feel a difference in the vibe? I know I walk out on the streets and hear a bunch of different languages. That's super cool for me.
This is really special. I mean, just having the entire world here at the World Championships, and then also with the brand new facility. I mean, it's just amazing. The colors, the vibes. Even, I mean, normally, right, you think about 5Ks and 10Ks and just, you know, being out in the stadium, how people are clapping and they're getting up, and then even for the field events, I mean, just all the energy and excitement.
Yeah. Oh, field events are like that's the one that you really got to be in the stands for. Yeah, to get the clap going and all that. Sweet. Well, thanks so much for joining us up on stage, and it wouldn't be an episode of RunnerSpace Live without reading the news, the RunnerSpace rundown, and we're going to use you as our expert commentator, analyst, and chime in when you so choose. you know a lot more about this stuff than we do. So.
Oh no, you guys know it all. So I'm here to support.
Very very kind of you. All right, sweet. Well, yeah, let's start off with the top of the action today, the men's javelin qualifications. Anderson Peters of Granada finished with a throw of 89.91 meters. He advanced, top throw of the day, and then of course gold medalist Niraj Chopra of India also advanced. So it'll be exciting to see what those guys do in the final. Ian.
Yeah, yeah. The women's 800 heats, round 1 were today, and USA contingent looked great. I think Mo looked great, as she always seems to be jogging in the prelims, and
right. Yeah,
it was basically that today. Looked like she had a lot left in the tank.
Yeah, she definitely seemed like she was conserving that energy. As you guys know, it's kind of like you just want to do the minimum amount of work to get into the next level.
Right.
And I mean, you can tell she had, like, as Ian just said, she had a lot left in the tank.
Yeah, you saw. Yeah, and it was cool in that heat. I mean, you had the 2019 world champ in there, Nakai of Uganda as well. So it's like it's kind of almost like two of the favorites in the first heat, to kind of getting to see them face each other, which you haven't seen very much.
And that can be really tricky, right? Because you want to do the best amount of work without the most amount of effort, and just kind of make it through, right? And because it's 3 rounds, and it's kind of
when you're running those rounds, are you like, is any part of you saying I want to go a little harder but make it look easy, like play any mind games?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think kind of thinking back on it, you start thinking about that there are guys that or people that call them athletes, because they are the athletes, right? The athletes, they sometimes what they'll do in terms of mind games, right? It's either they put on this little burst and make sure that everybody's just behind them, just to do enough just to win, but conserve that energy for the next round. Now, sometimes when things start getting a little bit too competitive, like when you have these 2 athletes, they will go for the win. And the reason why they go for the win is because, like, hey, you have to show up, and you're like, you don't want to give an inch. You want to make sure that you're proving yourself on that day. And then it's kind of like, hey, if I beat you this day, I'm also going to be taking you out the next couple days.
Right, and maybe Mo was doing that a little there in her heat.
Yeah. And the only person on the Hayward Field tower that's actually competing at the meet here, Raven Rogers, Team USA, also an Oregon alum. She made it through, winning her heat. Is that even fair, getting to be on the tower and compete?
I know. Yeah, I think you get magical powers when you're on that tower, maybe.
Yeah. Another thing too, right? Being an Oregon alum, I feel like there's just so much energy that comes involved with that, right? It's the crowd and the people here. Like, she's a superstar.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just Oregon alum, but even just being, from the USA, there's obviously a home crowd advantage here.
Ajay Wilson, also of the USA, was 3rd in her heat. She looked like she looked good, but she had to work a little down the stretch to make sure she was in that top 3 there. So, yeah. So that's nice to see all those U.S. ladies, advancing on to the next round. And another thing that stood out to people in those prelims was Catriona Bessett of Australia fell, and she actually advanced under a successful
I
protest.
didn't know that,
so
actually.
Wow. We just learned that right before the show. So that's nice to see that she was able to advance.
So for all the fans out there, the protests, the way they work, right? If there's definitely an impediment or something happens where it's not their fault, they definitely get to move on. But I think the only thing is they have to finish the race. If they don't get up and finish the race, then it's like, hey, then you don't get to move on. So anytime that, for any other athlete or people that are watching, if there's an athlete out there that falls, trips on behalf of somebody else, being somebody else's fault, right?
Right.
And they don't finish the race, then they're not allowed to move on into the next round.
Oh yeah, and I saw her getting up and making sure she did that. So smart on her part for sure. Moving on to the men's 5,000 heats. In Heat 1, I saw Grant Fisher pushing the pace a few laps out from the finish. It was an interesting tactics. I think he wanted to make sure he was in a good position going into that last lap, and sure enough, it came down to a sprint. I think I counted like 8 guys for those top 5 spots going down the home stretch, and it's always a little nerve-wracking when you have that, because when it comes down to a kick like that, it's a little bit slower of a race. You don't really know.
Yeah, and it can be a little bit trickier, especially in the first heat when you're technically kind of thrown out there, and then there's a lot of leveling, right? Because in the second heat, they usually have a little bit better of.
They know what time they gotta hit.
Exactly. So when it comes to heat 1, it's like you have to make sure to finish in the top, 5 or in the top certain qualifiers, right? You got to make sure to get that automatic qualifying. So I thought Grant Fisher did an amazing job just pushing the pace and getting up there and just being up there with the guys.
Right. Yeah. And Oscar Chalimo won the heat, and what I was noticing was, world record holder Joshua Cheptegei was fourth in that heat, and I was thinking, man, he might not get in these top 5 spots with everyone there. So you never know with this. It's not just the final; you got to make it through in the semis.
And what one of the things that I was noticing, is that it initially seemed like the pace was a little bit slower, right? And then all of a sudden, it was just like Grant Fisher he took the pace. And then it's like everybody started following.
Right.
But then it almost became a very tactical race that the last 4, pretty much, I'm going to say the last 4 laps or so.
Right, right. Yeah, that was a fun one. And then it went right into Heat 2, and Luis Grijalva said, okay, we're getting a qualifying time. I'm making this fast,
That was so smart on Luis's behalf, making that push towards the front. Really, at that point, you want to make sure you qualify and you give yourself the best opportunities to qualify. Of course, in the second heat, those guys normally know what they have to hit.
Right.
And my hat's off to Luis.
Yeah, it was great, and it was interesting. He's an NAU grad, by the way. He's been really fun to watch in the NCAA scene, and now moving on to pros. But what I thought was funny is he went out, and Inge Brixton went straight to the back. It looked like he almost walked off the line at the start there. Slowly made his way up, and then it was interesting. He moved up into second on the home stretch, and then just started, riling up the crowd.
It's more of those mind games. You could see he started doing that, and Grijalva started doing it too. It's almost like everyone wants to show I got plenty to give. I can cheer the crowd on.
Exactly.
even if you're really struggling, take a second and throw your arms up.
Started doing the robot.
This is easy for me too.
No, and but even having that engagement with the crowd and with the fans, regardless of if it's mind games or not, just that energy that the fans give back to the athletes, and it's any time that, especially here at Hayward Stadium. Right. When you're running, you definitely feel the energy from the crowd, and that definitely pumps you up. And now, having all these athletes go into the final, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. And some sad news for the U.S. fans out there. We had Woody Kincaid, who fell, so I still haven't seen if his protest has gone through or if he's going to advance. So we don't know yet on that, but that was tough to see. I think he's had
seriously skinned
he had
up
some,
on the shoulder.
Some serious rug burn going on there. And Nur also made it through did make it through for the U.S. So that was cool to see. So we know we at least have two folks from the USA there in the final. So
yeah, and on to the men's triple jump qualification. Pedro Picardo?
You got it.
One of those. He was the top qualifier with a jump of 17.16 meters. Americans Will Clay and Donald Scott each qualified for the final as well.
Yeah, and in the men's 800 semifinal, like we talked about, the U.S. just had a really poor showing, didn't make anyone through, so that's kind of a bummer for us U.S. fans here.
Yeah, the 800 stuff, right? It's one little mistake, and it's very unforgiving. For me, it's one of my favorite events, and anytime those guys just step onto the line and go, it's going to be a race that's really going to be, I'm going to say it's pretty painful.
Yeah,
but it's
you've run a 144.
Yeah,
you would have been in the mix here.
It's a fun race, though.
Yeah. So Slimani Mula of Algeria had the top qualifying time, running 144.89. Marco Arope of Canada had the second fastest, and Kenya got 3 folks in. The 2 Emmanuel's career and 1 Yoni, and Wycliffe Kasasi also made it through. So Kenya, man, three in the final. That's pretty cool.
And I think Algeria is going to be doing pretty well. Just kind of seeing how they've been running, been running pretty smart, pretty tactical, kind of from the back, and then just always seem to have a kick. So I'm just going to put that out there.
Right. And
Under
now
these,
moving to the like, man, these two 200 finals were like, I've been looking forward to these all week, all month, really. Yeah. So yeah, it started off with the women.
They didn't disappoint. I mean, what a way to cap off the day with these 200 finals. And the women's really fast race. Sharika Jackson ran a 21:45, which is not only a championship record, but the second fastest time ever after FloJo's world record. I mean, incredible. 21:45.
Just amazing. You were in the stadium.
I was in the stadium, yeah.
Talk about the atmosphere for these 200s.
I mean, I'm just gonna say that it was hot. In one word, hot. It was hot, and just the, I mean, the fans overall, but even the Jamaican fans really brought it.
Yeah, they always do.
They always
Pin
do.
relays.
Yeah, and they're a fun crowd.
Yeah, and
and Jamaica won 2 in that race. Shelly Ann Fraser-Price second with a 21:81.
Season best for her, yeah. And then Dina Asher-Smith from Great Britain. Great Britain's been having a good show in here.
They've been doing really well.
Yeah. That's been pretty cool to see. Americans Abby Steiner and Tamara Clark were 5th and 6th, so probably hoping for to get on the podium, but
Yeah, I kind of think back about how sometimes, these, when you don't finish where you want to finish, it's actually kind of a good thing sometimes, right? Obviously everybody wants to win, but you're not going to win them all. However, right, this is just fuel for the fire for a lot of people. And I think that for Team USA, that's what we have to think about.
Right. And man, speaking of Team USA,
there we go.
Holy smokes. I mean, so Ian and I have to prep for this show every night. So we went in there to watch it, and I swear it was like a crowd, like almost like you're watching it live in here in the Wild Duck. It was like people were going nuts.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, you all watched it. You know what we're about to say. Noah Lyles set an American record, third fastest performer of all time, running 19.31 seconds. Breaking Michael Johnson's record that has stood since 1996.
My God.
I mean, it was, you could tell, like, right out of the gate. Ian and I were talking about this, like,
every phase of the race, he was just executing perfectly. He was quick out of the blocks, first off the curve, and it's like, oh, he's had a great start, but it's like, oh, it wasn't just that. He keeps pulling away.
Yeah,
you knew when he crossed the line, like that's gonna be
that's special. You knew it was special. Yeah, and I mean, so like leading the American contingent in a sweep, we had Kenny Bednarek and took home silver, and then Arian Knighton, the high school kid.
Yeah.
The youngest person ever to medal in the 200, and the second youngest in any event.
I mean, that's just amazing. And going back to what Ian was saying about Lyles, he just got out. He got out, and even with 40 meters to go, like, he is still speeding up and gapped everyone. Remind me of the person that got third again.
Arian Knight.
Arian Knight, yeah. So Arian Knight, I mean, that was just that was incredible, right? Because even yes, the race everybody was looking at Lyles. However, if you kind of there was like that third place, and it was just like, okay, did he get it? Did he not get it?
Well, Ian was telling me it took him a few minutes to realize the U.S. had swept because Lyles' performance was so amazing.
And beyond that amazing performance, I mean, we got to talk about that celebration a little bit, which was drawing my attention away from the fact that the U.S. swept. But, like, we just saw a photo just a second ago of him ripping his
I saw that,
off, and then doing like
it's a Dragon Ball Z. Wait, let's we have some intel here. Studio, could you tell us what he was doing?
We got to give
what is that called?
We got to give our director Kadeem a shout out here.
I'll definitely say that.
It was doing a Kamehameha.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's Goku, and you actually right after this photo was taken, lasers shot out of Noah Lyles.
No, I saw it.
So
I definitely saw it.
You were there. You did see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
He knew he had it planned though. You could see him kind of slightly zip down his singlet before ripping it a second later.
Right. Yeah, definitely Superman in it there. And yeah, I think the reason everybody had kind of anticipated this race was at the U.S. Championships, of course. Knighton being the kind of kid wonder, and Lyle's still showing him that he's still there. He's someone to mess with. And and gave the point there.
Yeah, that U.S.
Our buddy Logan took that photo. Logan handing it down.
That's amazing, and definitely now Arian has definitely solidified himself, and he's done it, and so now it's what's next.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that rivalry, I mean, that's what running needs. I think it needs that kind of fun stuff. I mean, Lyle's is. I mean, you always had Bolt doing such fun celebrations, and Lyle's just has kind of taken that up, and he's always one of the most fun people to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely an amazing night. I think, man, that just brought the energy. That's probably the loudest I've heard it in here.
Yeah.
And again, I can't go over there because we have to prep for this show.
Right. But, and I think we still have another 2 to 3 more days going in, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Pretty wild. So
all right. So moving on a little bit, over the past couple of years, we've worked together with Leo on a show called Leo's Learnings, where Leo provides, he interviews athletes. We do some fun segments and quizzes. And today, Leo and I got a chance to walk around, interview some track and field fans out on the streets, and let's take a look at that. He gave him a quiz for some Hoka gear.
All right, well, let's take a walk. So I've competed here several times on many occasions, one of my favorite being USA's. Now with the newly renovated facility, this place is incredible. Of course, there's a little bit of nostalgia from what it used to look like, but I'll tell you what, the atmosphere has always just been incredible. This place really, truly brings it with all the fans. So stay tuned and stay alive, because this is gonna be awesome. The Hoka Summer Mile Club is going on right now, and we have some numbers that we're gonna go out and we're gonna ask people questions to see if they can get it, and if they do it right, they're gonna get some Hoka gear. Which number is greater? The Hoka Summer Mile Club, where athletes have ran a total of 698,276, or the distance to the moon? Which is greater?
The number they ran.
The number that you are correct. Athletes running the Summer Mile Club could have gone to the moon and back, and almost back to the moon again. You said an orange one?
Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome, and congrats. Come on, let's go find some more people. You guys ready to win some Hoka gear?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. What is greater, the population of Eugene or the number of miles that has been run by Hoka runners at the Hoka Summer Mile Club?
I'm going to say the runners.
Okay. 698,276 is greater. The Eugene population is roughly 170,000. So congratulations. What color would you guys like?
Wow.
We have blue.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, we have orange and we have pink. Where are you guys coming from?
From North Carolina.
From North Carolina?
Yeah.
Isn't that Zimbabwe?
Yeah, but we originate from Zimbabwe.
So far this summer, 510 athletes have ran over 250 miles in the Hoka Summer Mile Club. Which is greater, 510 or the height and feet of the Hayward Tower?
The Hayward Tower.
The Hayward Tower, and when your answer is?
I think the 510 is greater.
All right, well, somebody actually just won.
Okay, that's me.
So actually, 510 is greater. The Hayward Tower is 188 feet.
Oh.
So, but it's okay. Everybody goes home a winner.
Yo, rich and famous. Oh, together running Leo. Leo, man, he runs 50, 100 miles. I forgot that the guy, man. You remember him? The guy was so tough.
Yeah, Leo Manzano.
Manzano.
Oh, wow.
That's my brother, man. There you go.
Yeah.
My guy. There you go, man. This is Leo, man.
we don't have it?
All right.
It's coming in a minute. We're going to it like now. We can stall, I guess.
Yeah, how do you stall?
We're gonna stall because we don't have it really yet. Okay. I'll just pick it up. Wow.
That's some
Look at those,
great energy in
those
there.
fine folks in there.
And Leo in that segment in there, still getting recognized. It's funny, that guy didn't know who you were at first, and I was like, that's Leo Monzon. He's like, oh, no way, that's Leo.
No, again, being here at Hayward Stadium and competing for, technically 21 years. I know it doesn't look like it. 11 of those years were professional.
You look like you're 21, Leo.
Oh, thank you.
You've
I try to take care of myself.
Since you were 1?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I was in high school, and they're like, that guy's got a mustache. I'm like, no, but, it was just very heartfelt, heartwarming just to be out there. And any time, it's definitely been competing professionally for over a decade.
Yeah.
And at that point, all the fans just start becoming like family. And then it's like, oh my God, hey, I remember you. Oh my God, hey. And so just going through those moments, man, and just looking back at how great track and field has been, across my life, and just what track and field and running has done for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's been, and you got 2 fans right here.
Oh,
we've been
guys.
in the stands cheering.
And you guys
for
are you guys still crushing it and helping me out. So.
Thanks.
Oh,
yeah, we've been doing it since we were 1-year-old as well. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. Behind us, we got people warming up on the cornhole boards. We got some VIP tickets to give away.
Right.
And just a reminder, the best seats for all evening sessions are still available via worldathletics.daimani.com or search Cadence Club Oregon 22. If you already have a ticket, then you can upgrade to a VIP hospitality experience to beat the crowds, beat the summer heat, and enjoy the open bar with all-inclusive catering.
You have a really nice announcer voice, Ian, I must say.
Well, what do you think I'm doing up here?
I don't
know.
What is that
All
website
right.
again? I may just have to go do that.
worldathletics.daimani.com. And actually,
You heard it here first. You might be sitting next to Leo.
Here we go.
I got to enjoy that experience yesterday. It's great. So,
all right,
let's go compete for that.
Let's go compete for it. Ian, I'm going to head down there. You want to give us some sparklers to open up the game?
I'm going to move over.
Let's give away some VIP. Dang it!
Sorry, I was a little slow on the draw there.
That is definitely my hair.
Transferring mics. we don't have Billy to MC tonight, so it's just going to be me. All right. Okay, mic check 1, 2. All right, let's give away some VIP tickets. All right, we've got contestants right over here. Mary, so nice of you to be on RunnerSpace Live. That's wonderful. I've already been given intel that your name is Mary. Mary, where are you coming from?
I live here in Eugene, Oregon.
Eugene, Oregon. Perfect. Yeah. How has the World Championships been for you?
It's been amazing. I work at a running store. It's been fantastic.
Perfect. Awesome. Appropriate for the times. And who we got over here?
Tommy.
Tommy, cool. Where do you hail from?
Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh, okay. We've got East Coast versus West Coast. What color beanbags are each of you? All right. Perfect. All right. Very good. Well, we are going to, these are pretty far. Is this how it normally is?
I think it may be further.
I think we made it further because these are VIP tickets we're talking about here. All right, so the rules are that the first person to get it in the hole gets the VIP tickets, and you actually get 4 chances. So if you get 2 and you get 2, we're going to go another round. If you get 2 in the hole and you get 1, she wins, and so on and so forth. And on the board is great, but doesn't count for anything. All right, let's roll. And Abdullah, let's get over there so we can make sure we can see whether it gets in the hole or not. There we go. All right, I'll let you begin. Who wants to go first? You want to choose amongst yourselves? Rock, paper, scissors. That's what we're doing for this whole thing. All right, there we go. Team blue.
Who do you have, Ian?
Yeah, sure. You can step up to there. Yeah.
I'm going to go team red.
You're going team red.
Team red.
Ooh, okay, that was pretty good. Pretty good. Ooh.
You can
All
see
right.
by her facial expression she means business.
Oh, again, these are for VIP finish line tickets. Oh, pressure's on. Pressure's on. Nope. You get all 4 chances.
Okay.
Oh. Is she gonna ice it? Oh, no. This is it. This is it. Ah, you win. You want to do one last one just to give it a whirl? All right. Well, congratulations, Mary. Come up on stage.
There we go.
Oh, wait. We got. Where did you guys
Hold
come
on,
from?
We're halfway through the
Oh,
competition.
okay.
Here.
I didn't. Someone told me there were only two. there were pairs. Okay. Well, perfect. Well, then I lied. It's not over yet. Someone came up to me beforehand and said there's one person. Okay. Now, there are teams, so it's 1-0, and we will take the total score after you two go. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll introduce you. Sorry, I'm not normally the MC, so I'm not good at it. But here we go. Okay. All right, you two. What's your name? Where are you from?
Bobby from Robbinsville, New Jersey.
Awesome. Bobby, welcome. And?
Andrew, I'm from Seattle.
Andrew from Seattle. Very good. Another East Coast, West Coast thing going. All right, perfect. Let's cue it up.
How many did she? I think she had 1 for 2.
Oh, very close. Oh. Team Red's looking pretty good. What do you think, Leo? How are you feeling about this?
No, I definitely think Team Red has it.
Ooh.
They're looking really serious.
All right. And the last one. Bold move going for it. You could have knocked all 3 of theirs in, but you didn't. All right, Team Red. Come on up on stage here. You guys won the VIP tickets. Embrace. Woo! You've done it. All right. Thank you so much. How does that feel? Are you guys excited to go to the meet tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited.
So excited. I did not expect this to happen, so I'm as excited as I could be.
Awesome. Well, guys, go ahead and join us right here beside Leo. We're going to sign out the show.
Get on
right
up,
here.
Get on up close to the desk, as far away from the sparklers
As far away,
as you can.
get as close to the desk as possible.
I've already gotten burned a couple times.
All right, we'll just, let's just sign it out. Can we let's all scrunch in here. Leo, get in here.
I'm in.
All right.
I'm in.
All right, everyone. This is RunnerSpace. I think you know how to do this, maybe, Mary, or maybe you want to lead it. Oh, perfect. So we say, oh, okay, I'll lead it. All right. This is RunnerSpace Live. Here we go. Signing out. Bye, everybody.
Burn my hair again.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, thank you so much.
On the mustache. I found.
Save my cat!
Whoa, I got it.
He passed on the last height, leaving everything up to this 3rd and final attempt. Here's the takeoff. Beautiful form. Can he get there? Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app.
You need to get your hips up.
6th and final round of the competition. She needs a big one here to get on the podium. Look at that release. Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app. He needs to improve 3 centimeters to get back in front. And here's the approach. He's got great speed. Takeoff looks good. Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app.
How dare you?
Sorry. Here's the final handoff. They were a little shaky in the prelims, but they get away clean here. Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app. He steps into the ring for his final attempt. He'll need a big throw to regain the lead. It's looking good. Feeling athletic? Get the Athletic app.
Sorry, it all happened so fast.
Ooh, $1.
Ah, good.
Oh, hey, jerk, give me that. I'm saving up for RunnerSpace Plus subscription. This baby put me over the top.
I wouldn't pay for that. I don't like to support stuff. Woo, stinky.
Dude, do you always throw away your socks? That's your Plus subscription right there.
Seriously?
With a Plus subscription, you'll gain access to all our live webcasts and the largest archive of running videos anywhere on the planet. Or you could just be like him.
Athletic TV brings you the largest collection of instructional videos for coaches and athletes on the planet. Learn from top industry professionals in over 40 sports and fitness categories. Sign up today at athletic.tv and get 14 days free.